Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Patra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action to help you really understand what's the early trend in the last half an hour that we've picked up in terms of the sectors and stocks that are in focus, and what's the news that's really moving the markets today. All of that coming up right up next for you. So, first up, let's look at what the markets opened at. So, the markets opened slightly higher above the flat line. We did see the Sensex and the Nifty gaining a tad bit right at the opening levels on the back of mixed global cues that we were getting from the US and the Asian markets as well. Although, just in tad bit moment, we actually saw the market slipping into the red as well. What we had opened up was 155 points higher, or 0.3% up on the Sensex today. In fact, it was a 58,291 kind of a level that we saw right at the opening tick. The Nifty also was up by 35 odd points and opened at 17,380. But right about, the markets have actually given up all those initial gains. And in fact, the Sensex have Nifty now have slipped into the red. Even the Nifty Bank is into the red. In case you want to know the levels, then the Sensex right now is down by 0.25% at 58,015. The Nifty 50 has slipped below the 17,300 mark now, down 56 odd points or 0.3% in trade. The Nifty Bank is losing the most, 0.4% in trade right here. A 153 point of a loss right now, 37,870. Right now the level for the Nifty Bank currently. So which is the biggest gainer today? Cipla, which has been a laggard over the last 2 or 3 trading sessions, has gained instead. About 1.7% uptick is being seen on that one. The biggest loser today is Coal India, seeing profit booking 2% down. The Nifty IT index is the best sectoral performer today, up 0.5%, whereas the auto index is seeing profit booking taking place 1% down in trade. Other than that, if you actually look at what the broader markets or the mid and the small caps are looking at, again, they are dragging more than the benchmarks. 0.6% gone for the mid cap 100 index, and the small cap index also is down by 0.5% in trade. The India VIX is now above the 19 levels, which means the volatility may continue to rise going forward from here. It's indicating a higher level of volatility than the last 2 3 trading sessions that we have seen. Which are the top 5 gainers on the Nifty today? Cipla, Apollo Hospitals, Divis Laboratories, Bharti Airtel, and Infosys. Most of the pharma names coming back into action today. Which are the top losers, the top 5 losers on the Nifty index? It's Coal India, it's Tata Motors, it's M&M, Kotak Mahindra Bank, and ITC. All those stocks that actually have run up in the last few trading sessions or the last 2 weeks are actually seeing some pressure coming about, but there's no news flow on them as such. But a lot of stocks are also in focus because of the news flow. So let's talk about the earnings factor. Today, a whole host of stocks will be in focus, like Lupin, Adani Power, Interglobe Aviation, or Indigo, Vodafone Idea, Godrej Consumer Products, Aditya Birla Capital, Adani Transmission, Adani Wilmar, BASF India, Birla Soft, Chambal Fertilizers, Devyani International. All of them will be releasing their Q1 numbers today. So keep an eye out on these stocks. ONGC and Reliance are in focus today again, because the government has increased the windfall tax on the domestically produced crude yet again to 17,750 from 17,000 rupees a ton earlier. So that also could keep a pressure on the upstream companies like ONGC and Reliance Industries, the direct crude producers right there. And that could be a big talking point today. These big heavyweights could actually add pressure to the stock market. Zomato is back in focus. Remember, yesterday a 20% upper circuit was seen. Over the last 5 days, we've seen a 32% jump on Zomato from the 40 odd levels that we had seen. Yesterday, it was topping 55 as well. Today, it's down by 2% because Uber has decided to put its entire 7.8% stake in the restaurant aggregator on the block. That means it is going to sell its entire stake in Zomato. So that could be a pressure point for Zomato yet again. The price band, which it has been deciding to, 612 million shares of Zomato would be up for sale at a price band of 48 to 54. So it's actually giving almost similar price to what it is currently. And that's why you are actually seeing the pressure. Adani Green, of course, the company has posted a fall of over 2% in consolidated net profit to 214 crores. So that stock could be in focus on the back of the earnings. Voltas has also reported a decline of 10.5% in the profits, the air conditioning maker. The revenues, however, have increased 55%. So keep an eye out on that stock too. Godrej Properties, the June quarter consolidated net profit has nearly tripled to 45 odd crore rupees, with the sales bookings jumping 5 times as well. So good news for Godrej Properties. Yes Bank will convene an extraordinary general meeting on August 24 to share to take shareholders' approval for the proposed capital infusion of 8,900 crore rupees from Carlyle and Advent, which had recently been the reason why the stock has been rising so sharply. ITC is in focus again because the company has exited the lifestyle retail business now, following a strategic review of the business portfolio. The company entered lifestyle retailing more than 2 decades ago under Will's Lifestyle brand. It sold a range of apparel from formal casuals, etc. So now it's exiting that retail business entirely, and that could be a good news for ITC because it's now going to be focusing on the profit-making businesses. But right now the stock is under pressure. So these are the stocks that are making news right now. On the macro front, today is the day when RBI meet begins, the Monetary Policy Committee, to decide on the rate hike or the rate movement. We'll get to know the details on Friday. The 3-day meeting has begun today. There is a wide expectation that the RBI may go ahead for 25 to 50 basis points of a hike yet again this time around, and that we may come to know on Friday. But keep an eye out on that. And on the macro perspective, the US-China tensions with the US US House Speaker reaching Taiwan. That's going to be causing some kind of a stir between US and China, and therefore all the global stock markets are under watch list as well, and that may have an impact on the direction that the Indian markets also take from here. So that's as far as the market opening action, the trade setup is concerned, and now you may actually look at what exactly is exciting you in the markets today. We'll keep you posted with everything that's buzzing on the D Street and that you need to keep an eye out on so that you are on top of your financial game. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned on to Business Today TV. Thanks a lot for tuning in on this update.